Welcome to Yes, Let's Make a Movie Film Festival. So my name is RAQUEL. I'm from Montreal, Quebec. And a little secret, ooh, just diving right into that, aren't you? There's this new song by Justin Bieber called Ghost, and it literally makes me bawl my eyes out. Sometimes I'll be driving home from work in my car and it'll play on the radio, and like I literally just like crying while driving. Yeah. It's a really good song. What I do as an artist, I'm a singer-songwriter, so I like to write songs from scratch. So I come up with the chord progressions, the structure of the song, and then I come up with a melody to put on top of that song structure, and then the lyrics, of course, which is really fun for me. It's like kind of piecing together a puzzle, like with the words that fit with the melody and that they rhyme with each other and that they tell the story in the right order. So yeah, that's really fun for me. And I like to write about things like overcoming struggle, the kind of things that are a bit inspiring. So sometimes my songs may be a bit sad, but it's really to like kind of hit maybe where people might be if they're going through a tough time and be able to relate, and then to kind of lift them out of that sad place with a more hopeful twist on things. So that's kind of what I aim to do with my lyrics. Yeah, I've done like quite a few shows, nothing like super huge or glamorous, I'm just, just little me right now, not super big, but I've done like charity events or like private parties where I'll play the harp and sing. I performed at La Tulipe. It was like this raw art showcase where they had a bunch of artists collaborating at that event. And yeah, more smaller scale shows. So right now my main focus, I'm not really performing so much at this stage because I'm really focusing on the production of my first EP. And so I really want to have the content like ready so that I can actually perform my own stuff once that's ready. So that's what I'm doing right now. I have done acting actually. Acting is really fun for me. Like music is my number one. It's kind of what I feel I was meant to do. But acting is just fun. I enjoy it. Like, it's a good time. I've been in some short films, even one feature film. I've also been in like musical plays back in like elementary school or high school, whatever. But yeah, acting is always a good time. Outside of being an artist, okay, well, like, I'm just gonna start by saying that even being an artist, like for me, that's like so huge and it's like a big part of me. But it also encompasses many different things. It encompasses like the actual music, technical playing. It encompasses the performing, the songwriting, like the business side of things, the like social media marketing. So there's even a lot that goes into that. It's more than just, I guess, being an artist. It's really a lot of fun different things that I can be doing while I'm working on that. And also, I mean, I'm in the Army. I'm in the military reserves as an infantry soldier part-time. So I do that, a couple of weekends per month and Tuesday nights. I enjoy that very much. It's fulfilling. It's like part-time work that doesn't really feel like a job. And then also I have another job where I'm working at an engineering firm. So I'm doing kind of like administrative work there, project acquisition, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm keeping busy. I gotta pay the bills and stuff. But music is my love. That's my number one. So for singing specifically, I mean, obviously there's the warm-up aspect. Like, obviously it's gonna sound better if you do some vocal warm-ups, you practice singing a few times before you go out and perform. Also drinking like warm water with like honey, I find soothes the throat and is helpful before. While singing, I mean, obviously the more trained you are, the more this comes naturally. It's like about opening your mouth the right way and using the right muscles, breathing into your diaphragm, etc., etc. But like it starts to become natural and you don't really have to think about that so much anymore. Like for me, one thing that I do find I have to think about actively while I'm singing is really like, it's about the mindset I'm in, like really just focusing on what I'm singing, like really just getting into it rather than like being in my head and thinking about like, oh, I'm singing, I'm performing right now, I hope I hit that note. I have to really just like forget all that stuff and just, the more I'm into it, the more it's going to come out naturally and sound good. So like, I find if I'm really in my head, then I won't project as much, I'll kind of be more shy, and it's like, you want to just let the voice out, So I think one thing I have to really try to do, and I am often trying to do while I'm singing, is really just getting into it and really focusing on the mood of the lyrics and the song. Well, singing to me, I mean, it's 100% pleasure. Like, I love it, it's fun. And I would say it's also business, so I know that math doesn't add up to 100, but even the business, I'd say, is pleasure. Like, I enjoy the business side of things. I enjoy creating things, like writing songs that I think other people will like. I enjoy promoting it. I mean, I'm not 100% there yet. It's kind of on production, but I'm starting with throwing some tidbits out there. But I enjoy that. So I'd say it's all pleasure. Even the business side is pleasure. You know, I'd have to think about it long and hard, but I mean, it is $1 million, but no, you know what? Like, no, I would not take your $1 million because I'm just picturing, like, imagine you cannot sing. Like, okay, a little bit personal here. Like, I kind of feel like sometimes, like, throughout my life, I've kind of hidden my singing, or even just my voice in general. Like, I would be, you know, very soft-spoken, quiet, shy, or whatever. Or, like, even when I would write songs, I'd be afraid to kind of put them out there. And I feel like that's something that I'm battling to overcome, because it kind of just eats away at you. It's like inside, and you're like, no, this is supposed to be out there. You don't want to keep it in you. It's like supposed to come out. So I'm just trying to picture, even if I had $1 million, if I had to live my whole life where I couldn't even sing, like, I would want to so badly, it would be like super frustrating. That doesn't mean I don't want the $1 million. I think I can make my own $1 million, so then I'll get to sing and have $1 million. So win-win. I would say it's the one at the Raw Art Showcase I did at La Tulipe. That was a few years ago, and I'd say it was my favorite because it was the most biggest production I've done. Like, I did have some musicians playing with me, like a cellist, violinist, a flute player, and I even had some dancers. Like, there was choreography involved. I played, you know, the keyboard, and then I switched to guitar, and then I was dancing. I don't know, it was just, I mean, it was fun. It was like there was work that went into it, and I think it was memorable for me. Honestly, like, I don't have like a specific venue in mind that's like my dream venue, but I would love to play for like a large audience. Like I think that would be so epic. Like, I know I'm like dreaming big here, but just to like be on stage and there's like a room, like you see just so many people, you can like, you know, barely even make out their faces, and maybe you have to have like the lighters going or something. Just like that vibe, but I got a feeling of like the whole room you're playing for. I think that would be like a dream. That would be super epic. I mean, as far as what I listen to all kinds of music, like really like from classics to modern people, but as like a person who I admire, maybe this is like, I don't know, cliche or whatever, I don't know. I really admire Billie Eilish. Because first of all, I guess she's succeeding at something that I feel I've been having a hard time with. Like, she just puts herself out there, she is herself, she's unique. Like, even at the beginning she was wearing like, you know, colorful, baggy, like kind of jumpsuits or whatever. She's just doing her thing, being herself, owning who she is, and really not afraid to put it out there. And even in her music as well, like the things she would write about, she was not afraid to do kind of, you know, edgy things. And also the fact that she started so young, like, I admire that, because I'm a bit older, and I feel like I've spent so many years just kind of like trying to hide who I am and being scared to put it out there. So when I see someone who's like that young and just like nailing it and showing everything and being successful, I find that super inspiring. What's next? Well, my first EP is under production right now, so that's really like, I've written the songs already, and so right now we're in the phase of like, I'm recording vocals, I'm recording the harp. So I like to use the harp to accompany my voice, and I'm working with a music producer. He makes the production bigger, adds some other instruments, and once that's ready, I'm going to start releasing my singles. So that's super exciting. I can't wait to actually put my stuff out into the world, because right now, like, I don't really have my stuff released yet, so it's hard. I want to establish myself as an artist, but it's hard to do that when people can't even hear your songs. Like, they don't know what I stand for, they don't know what I write about, or even what my genre of music sounds like. So I'm excited to even just release that first single, and then I'm going to keep releasing them, you know, every 4 to 6 weeks, kind of keep like a stream, like a conversation going, keep it interesting. So there'll definitely be some music videos as well. But yeah, I'm just really excited to put my original songs out into the world. My pleasure. Thank you for having me and for listening.